Hi everybody, this is Felicia and I am here with the fourth layout using my homemade kit. I am doing this series with Hannah and Megan, and so you want to make sure that you check out their videos as well. And what I'm doing right now is I'm using that cut there, that cut file. I've had that cut file for a little while now, so I think it's time for me to actually use it and get on with it. I'm only using a little bit of it though. So what I'm doing right now is I am scrapping this photo of my grandson who is playing around on the monkey bars at the park, and he is having fun like always. And I thought this was a good moment to snap that picture. His sister right now was too small at that time, but this was the best photo ever, and it was right in mid action. So I love that I was able to capture that of him playing around on those equipment there at the park. So what I am doing, you guys, is I am down to a few die cuts here, and I'm pulling out the ones that I really like. I'm using some scraps to line the edges here of the photo. And at first I was going to go with that first layout there that you saw, but I changed my mind and I'm changing it around though in this one right here. So I'm just using some scraps, and I'm going to definitely use, and you're going to see that acrylic arrow, that really big one that looks like an S. I'm definitely going to use it, and you're going to see how I used it. I actually thought about it at the last minute, but I definitely use it finally. I mean, I've had that in my stash for a little while now, so I just wanted to make sure that I at least got a chance to use it. So, like I said, I'm using some scraps here and from other pattern papers that I had in, excuse me, that voiceover cut off, but from other pattern papers that I had in my stash. And so I'm taking these strips here, and pretty much that is part of what's left of that paper that I cut up there from the memento. And I decided to go ahead and just use those numbers as well. At first I wasn't going to, but then I decided to go ahead and do it because I was just going to use the two at first, but I said, oh, let me go ahead and use these, and that way I don't have to put them back in my stash. That's what I didn't want to do. So I got a bunch of little die cuts here from one of the die cut pack, half of the die cut pack that is. And I was able to use quite a bit from that die cut pack. I still have some left, and I'm going to be doing a Kill Kit video here so that you can see what I have left. But as far as the papers are concerned, I cut into them pretty good, so I was able to use quite a bit of the pattern papers that we had picked from the beginning. And so now I'm going to use some foam squares to pop this part of the cluster here that I'm linking down here by the photo. And what I'm going to do also too with those numbers that you see there, I'm going to make another cluster at the top. So that way I'll have at least two clusters here. And those words that I just put at the bottom say you, fun, and enjoy. And I'm also going to use that happy. That happy is going to be part of my title. Well, my title, period. And so here you see me trying to figure out how I'm going to put these numbers up here. Yeah, because it's a funny thing here when you scrapbook and you're trying to figure out, oh, how many clusters do I want and where I'm going to put them at. And sometimes I do things at the last minute. I try my best to plan out how I'm going to do a layout, but sometimes I just do things at the last minute. I'll say, oh, this looks good, and so then I'll just put it that way or leave it that way. But in this case, I thought that the numbers would look better kind of close together in a tighter little cluster there, which makes it kind of part of the, sorry about that there, voiceover cut off, part of the title there. Um, so once I get everything glued down and everything, I am going to, yeah, right now I'm gluing down the You, Fun, and Happy. And I'm going to pop up this title, and that's going to be Happy. And, I couldn't figure out exactly I wanted to put this title down, so I decided to go ahead and just pop it up. That way you can see the title and it has um, clarity there. So that's where I'm putting it right there, right by the two. And that's a nice little cluster down there. I like that cluster. I'm going to have to remember to do that. So there you see me grab that acrylic arrow. And what I did with that was, I knew you didn't see that part, but what I did was I went ahead and drew my white lines, and then I took that acrylic arrow and I just kind of placed it right there. So it's kind of cradling where my journal is going to be at. So you'll get to see that up close. Using my Signo white pen there, and I'm writing a little bit about that, and that's part of it, of the title there. That's, I mean, so that's part of the title, but it's not part of the title. So the journaling there. And like I said before, and if you've seen some of my videos in the past, I like to use my journaling as a decorative element on the page. So right now I am pulling out some of those stickers, trying to see how it's going to look from the crepe paper collection there, Craft Market. And I decided to go ahead and put that banner down there, and it says Cute Kid. And then I'm going to make this into a banner on both sides. You're going to probably barely see it, but that says play, laugh, and grow. So it says play, laugh, and grow. So now I'm going to put down some Studio Calico white, covering up the photo there. And that always makes my layout right there. I just love that part. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned because we're going to be doing this series again. Make sure you look at Hannah's and Megan's layouts as well. And I will catch you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.